The concepts covered are equivalent ratios, percentage, another way of comparing quantities, use of percentages, prices related to an item or buying and selling, charge given on borrowed money or simple interest. In our daily life, we generally compare two things, like comparing height of two persons, speed of two trains, etc. We come across terms like percentage, ratio, etc. when dealing with comparing quantities. Example: let height of Gita is 150 centimeters and height of Mohan is 75 centimeters. We find that Gita is 2 times taller than Mohan, or Mohan's height is 1/2 of Gita's height. We write the ratio of the heights as Gita's height is to Mohan's height is 150 is to 75, or 2 is to 1. Ratio. Ratio is a comparison of two or more numbers that indicates their sizes in relation to each other. Equivalent ratios. We can compare different ratios and find whether they are equivalent or not. For this, we have to first convert them into fractions and then compare. If these fractions are equal, we say that the given ratios are equivalent. Example: find the two equivalent ratios of 5 is to 20. First multiply it by 2. The two equivalent ratios are 10 is to 40 and 1 is to 4. To compare that the two ratios are equivalent or not, we need to convert them in the form of like a fraction. Like fractions are the fractions with the same denominator. Proportion. Proportion is a numerical relationship that compares things or people. Example: number of girls in a class compared to the number of boys. Example: if the cost of 8 strawberries is rupees 64, then what will be the cost of 25 strawberries? Let the cost of 25 strawberries equals rupees X. The cost of 25 strawberries is rupees 200. Percentage. The percentage is another way of comparisons. Percentage is a number or ratio expressed as a fraction of 100. The percentage is the numerator of the fraction with the 100 denominator rupees. Symbol of percentage is. Example: what is the percentage of boys and girls in the class of 100 students if the number of boys is 55 and the number of girls is 45? Solution. Percentage if the total is not 100. If the total number of quantity is not 100, denominator is not 100, then to find the percentage we need to make the denominator 100. Example: out of 4 B's, 2 are going right and 2 are going left. So what percentage of B's is going right? Method 1, unitary method. Out of 4 B's, the number of B's going right are 2. Hence, out of 100, the number of B's going right is. Method 2, by making denominator 100. Out of 4 B's, the number of B's going right is 2. Converting fractional numbers to percentage. The fractional numbers have different denominator, and to convert them into percentage we have to multiply the fraction with the 100%. Example: out of 15 fishes, 5 are red and 10 are yellow. What is the percentage of the red fishes? Converting decimals to percentage. If we have to convert the decimal into a percentage, first, we need to convert the decimal into fraction, then multiply it by 100%. Example: convert 0.65 into a percentage. Multiply the decimal with the 100%. Converting percentage to fractions or decimals. 1% to a fraction, put the number over 100 and reduce. Then, drop the percent sign. 25% equals 25 by 100 equals 1 by 4. 2% to a decimals, move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Then, drop the percent sign. 25% equals 0.25. Parts always add to give a whole. If we know the one part of a whole, then we can find the other part because all the parts together form a whole, or 100%. If there are 35 men in the office of 100 employees, then the remaining 75 would be women. This means that if 35% are men, the 100% to 35% equals 65% are women. Fun with estimation. With the help of percentage, we can estimate the parts of an area. Estimate the percentage of the circle that is colored green. Write down your guess. First, we have to find the fraction of the shaded portion. Out of 3 parts, 2 parts are shaded green. Percentage of green shaded portion equals 2 by 3 by 100. Equals 66.66%. Use of percentages. A percentage value helps in calculating exactly what's the amount or figure one is talking about. Again, sometimes parts are given to us in the form of ratios and we need to convert those to percentages and find the full part. Also, there are times when we need to know the increase or decrease in a certain quantity as percentage. Example, in a city, 30% are females, 40% are males and remaining are children. What percent are children? Given, percentage of females equals 30%. Percentage of males equals 40%. Total percentage of females and males equals 30 plus 40 equals 70%. Percentage of children equals total percentage of males and females. Equals 100% minus 70%. Equals 30%. 30% are children. Ratios to percentage. We will follow the following steps for converting a ratio into a percentage. Step I, let the ratio be x's to y. Step 2, convert the given ratio into the fraction x by y. Step 3, multiply the fraction obtained in step 2 by 100 and put the percentage sign %. Example, 6 is to 5. 6 is to 5 equals 6 by 5. Equals, 6 by 5 times 100%. Equals 600 by 5%. Equals 120%. Increase or decrease as percent. Sometimes we have to find the increase or decrease in certain quantities as a percentage. Like the increase in population, decrease in sale, etc. Example, a pair of socks went from ₹5 to ₹6. What is the percentage change? Step 1, ₹5 to ₹6 is a ₹1 increase. Step 2, divide by the old value, 1 by 5 equals 0.2. Step 3, convert 0.2 to percentage, 0.2 times 100 equals 20% rise. Buying and selling. Cost price. Cost price is the price at which you buy some product. It is written as CP. Selling price. Selling price is the price at which you sell something. It is written as SP. Following information tell us that the sale of some product is profitable or not. Example, if the buying price, or CP, of a table is 700 rupees and the selling price, or SP, is 820 rupees, then find the profit or loss. As the SP is more than CP, so the seller earns the profit in the table. Profit made equals SP minus CP. Equals rupees 820 minus rupees 700. Equals rupees 80. Profit or loss percentage. The profit and loss can be converted into a percentage. It is always calculated on the cost price. Example, if the cost price of a laptop is ₹4,500 and the selling price is ₹50,000, then what is the profit or loss percentage? How to find SP if CP in profit or loss percent is given. Example, if the cost of the TV is keeper sells it at a loss percent of 5%, then what is the selling price of the TV? The shopkeeper sells it at the price of Rs 23,750. Finding CP if SP in profit or loss percent is given. Example, if the selling price of a bookshelf is Rs 750 and the profit made by the seller is 10%, then what is the cost price of the bookshelf? The seller bought the bookshelf at the cost of Rs 682. Simple interest, SI, some terms related to finance. Principal, the money which we borrow. Interest, the amount which we have to pay to the bank to use that money. Amount, the money we return to the bank with interest at the end of the year. Amount equals principal plus interest. P equals principal or equals rate of interest. T equals time period. Example, Rita borrows a loan of Rs 5, 15% per year is the rate of interest. Find the interest she has to pay at end of 1 year. Total amount to be paid by Rita at the end of 1 year. Interest for multiple years. If we have to calculate the interest for more than 1 year, then we have to change the time period only. Example, in the above example, if Anita takes the loan for 3 years, then what will be the total amount after 3 years? Total amount to be paid by Anita at the end of 3 years equals Rs